If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they have kept my saying, they will keep yours also. But all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me.
Year after I saw Nasi Yaakov, Chief Counsel Daniel said, it's over, Israelite, you guys should have learned enough already. I'm done. I'm getting ready to go on the road and preach. You see, he was serious. He would travel across the country, wherever, and just put up a flag and start talking. He said that's how powerful he was. But before that happened, he took me up to Harlem, and we met with Abba Bivens.
Okay, so you had an encounter with Abba Bivens.
Oh, yeah. Abba Bivens and Nasi Barak.
Oh, Nasi Barak was up there at that time.
Nasi Barak, he was going back and forth between Israelitique and Tanakh school. He said, but that's the hook. That's how we get them into place, and we wire them up to what's true. He said, but that's the hook. That's how we get them into place, and we wire them up to what's true. He said, but that's the hook. That's how we get them into place, and we wire them up to what's true. Well, years later, after he passed away, and his sons and all of them, they either died or moved away, the Tanakh school began to teach those things as truth. This is the truth. The Tanakh school began to teach those things as truth. This is the truth, and well.
Bivens was over the school. Ariel was one of the ones coming up in the school. When he got the vision, of course he brought it to Bivens. Bivens knew the vision was right. And of course, being the head of the school, Bivens brought it out to everybody. Just like I'm the head of the school. Brothers bring me stuff all the time, and I bring it out. It don't mean I'm the one that created it, or I'm the one that came up with it. So Bivens did not come up with it. Ariel is the one with the vision of the Lord. Now listen, you can say what you want. Ariel got the vision. And ask anybody. I was there back then with the heads and all that. And I sat down with him and asked him. We out like we always do, out getting stuff for the school. I'm out with Mo, Ariel. I think Lahab was there, a couple of others. And I asked Ariel about it. And I said, Ariel, how did the 12 tribes come about? They proceeded to go into the story, okay, about Ariel. First of all, Ariel used to work construction as a young man. And like I brought out in that documentary the brothers was making, he fell down an elevator shaft, 3-story, broke both his legs, was in traction, got in a wheelchair for 3 years. Ariel rode around, the doctor said he would never walk again. He rode around in a wheelchair for 3 years. And so naturally he couldn't go to camp, couldn't do a ton of things, couldn't even get up the stairs in the school. So he spent a ton of that time at home, and he started to study the records and the history. He did this for years. And then he had the vision. Now this, I'm getting this from Mo and Ariel out their own mouth. I ain't getting this second party. I ain't talking to somebody that talked to them. I ain't talking to somebody from some other group. I was standing there in front of them when they was laying it out.
Show this on TV. We're going to tell you about the nation of Israel. Oh, wait. Right. The tribe of Judah is the so-called Negroes. The tribe of Benjamin is the so-called West Indians. The tribe of Levi are the so-called Haitians. The tribe of Simeon are the so-called Dominicans. The tribe of Zebulun, from Guatemala to Panama, all those people that are Negroid and Indian descent. Brazilian in South America, all the way to Uruguay. Then the tribe of Issachar is inclusive of the Mexican Indians in the land of Mexico. These people are the true nation of Israel.
Yes. These are the people that constitute the nation of Israel.
And read the book, said, hey, come on, Pop. What is, you know that ain't right. He said, of course, Danny, I know that's not right. He said, but that's the hook. That's how we get them into place, and we wire them up to what's true.
More than one was laying it out. And that's when Ariel had the vision. Strange to me that the Lord showing me these are the 12 tribes.
Come on, Pop. What is, you know that ain't right. He said, of course, Danny, I know that's not right.
Ariel, that was like amazing in that he had gotten this vision, but he did not understand the vision. Not that he didn't understand it, but meaning he didn't have any proof that this was true. He just knew it was true, and they just, Bivens and them went on the faith that they knew that this young brother was sincere with the truth. And so they went on, they said, okay, the Lord showed it to you, we're going to run with it. And they ran with it, and then
we wire them up to what's true. Well, years later, after he passed away and his sons and all of them, they either died or moved away, the Tanakh school began to teach those things as truth. This is the truth,
And in fact, I was invited over to South Africa by Samuel Mawedi, who is now deceased. May he rest in peace. He was in the parliament of at the time that Mandela was in office, and he was a Hebrew, and he's from the Lemba tribe. And I was a guest of his. He is over there for about 2 weeks. There's other Israelites in the country just north of that. I believe it's Zambia. I believe it is. Okay, that's Zambia. And that's the Lemba tribe. And there in Nigeria, there are the Igbos. The Igbos in Hebrew. And evidently you know French then, right?
Yeah. I understand, but I don't speak.
In fact, the word Ebo, I don't know if you heard this, but Ebo, that's the way you say Hebrew. The way you say in French.
Oh, okay.
You say Ebo. It means Hebrew.
Okay.
You see?
Gotcha.
So a lot of Israelites in southern Nigeria, and in the country next door used to be called Dahomey.
Right, I've read about Dahomey. Right.
Yeah, but now called Benin. In fact, that word Benin is a corruption or contraction from the Hebrew word Benaim Ephraim, which means the children of Ephraim.
Now that's in your book.
Yes.
I came across it. I was like, wow.